What is the deal, beautiful people? My name is Ramon, also known as Uncle Rizza around here. This review will be shown on both channels. For those of you who are not aware that we have a technology channel, you can head on over to Lifestyles Defined. The link is in the description below. And for those of you who are not aware that we have a gaming channel, head on over to Ignorant Gamers. The link is in the description below. Now, let's talk Need for Speed. This game was on my radar for some time, ever since I got a hold of the news that EA was not doing an annual release. In fact, they were taking some time to dial it back and focus and really get it right. So I thought that was an initiative from such a big publisher that was to be rewarded. And it even sparked a lot of conversation on one of our previous podcasts about what if that was something like Madden? Would Madden benefit from such a step back from a yearly release cycle? But yeah, you know, the game is finally here, and what they were promising was sort of this return to the Need for Speed Underground roots, where it was this fast, feverish city racing with these crap ton of imports and exotics and whatnot. But more so, customizing your car was the main focus, and customizing and tuning. And I find that this is yet the best, according to me, the best conceptualized Need for Speed I've seen ever. Really, it takes a lot of what made the Underground series so legendary, and also a lot of what made things like Most Wanted and even Rivals a lot of fun, and just puts it together in a really nice, elegant package. Also, there is a cornball story mode in here, but it isn't that bad. I've seen a lot more, I've seen a lot worse, in the Need for Speed series and other racing games in general. I'm looking at you, the crew. So I thought that they did a really good job. The presentation was through the roof with the story mode. They have this live action cinematics that goes on, and you really become either attached or annoyed by certain characters. Also, some of the I don't know if you would call them bosses in the game. I don't know what to call them, but there's certain people that are in charge of certain teams as you go along. I actually saw a video on Drive's YouTube channel featuring one of the guys that's in the game, and he really does have a sick collection of Porsches. Like, that's what he does. So I thought that was dope. I thought that was an expectation that I have when it comes to EA and their ability, and even Ghost, their ability to really have top-notch presentation. That was definitely dope. Let's talk about the graphics. The game is beautiful. It has its moments. Sometimes it's beautiful, sometimes it's not so beautiful, sometimes it's just downright ugly. And I feel like the decision to one of the main decisions to make this game nighttime only was to mask a lot of the graphical deficiencies that goes on in this game. And I'm playing it on an Xbox. I'm pretty sure it's better on the PlayStation 4, and I'm pretty sure it's none of that's gonna exist by the time the PC version touches down. But it is still overall a very beautiful game. Everything is done nicely. The environments are very detailed. They're very busy. I haven't noticed too much frame rate drops, if any at all. I do enjoy the reflection you get on the roads when it's been raining. You don't actually see the rain, but the cars are wet, so on and so forth. The cars themselves are very beautifully rendered. The customizations that you can do to the cars are so insane, and I'll get into that in the gameplay section, but it's very beautifully done overall. I have very little quarrels with the graphics of this game. The sound, to me, is my favorite part of this game. This is definitely the best sounding racing game on the market. I think the top runner was probably Drive Club and then Forza 6. But this game just sounds amazing. And what I really like is, yes, the cars sound really accurate. The pack racing, meaning when it's you and like 3 or 4 other cars around you. If you got some headphones on, you'll be treated to a beautiful symphony, if you will. Now, what I really like that they did is they nailed the sound progression when dealing with upgrades. This is something I feel like Forza struggles with. They do a good job, yes, but I feel like they haven't upped the ante in a very long time since Forza 3. And what I'm really talking about is, let's say you get a car, you throw an exhaust system on there. How does that exhaust note change? You do cams. How does the cams affect the way the car sound? Obviously, one of the easier ones to do is a turbo, right? You hear the spooling. You hear the air coming off through the blow-off valve. Yes, that's pretty easy. You've got the winding of a supercharger, but it's also the little things that I really listen for. And in Need for Speed, they knocked it out of the park. This game is amazing to listen to, and it's one of the more addicting part of the games for me. It's just super dope. Coming down to gameplay, there's a lot about this game that I do not like. One, and I come from a fairly biased angle because I'm a simulation racer, but for me, Forza Horizon 2 is as arcade as I'm willing to go. But I'm not critiquing the game based on simulation versus arcade. I think the handling stuff is done very tastefully, especially when it comes to tuning and how tuning actually affects the cars. It doesn't have to be super realistic, but I need to be able to see the changes that I've made in the tuning menu reflect in the cars. And yes, that's done absolutely right. I have no quarrels with that. The tuning menu is okay. Everything from the way you tune cars on the slider, which makes it super easy, to the way you you just snatch parts on and really do what you need to do. And I feel like all that stuff's handled very well. I can tell a difference when I put a part on the car, and also when I get to tune a specific car, things change. That's dope. But there's a lot about it that annoys me from the aspect of simple shit. Like, why does my phone need to be ringing in the game 24 hours a day? It's so annoying because this is how they announce new races, and there's 5 characters that you interact with on a constant basis, and seemingly they all want to call you at once. So you get in a race, you have to press LB to answer the phone, and then halfway through the same race you have to do it again. And sometimes you get 2 calls during a race, and if you don't answer the phone, they'll just fucking call back like a stalker ex. Like, Jesus Christ, cut it out. And then you get out of the race, the fucking phone is ringing again, and it's ringing. And what annoys me about it is that it sounds like it sounds like your phone ringing. You know that sound when your phone's vibrating on the table? That's what it sounds like. So every time that shit goes off, I don't know if it's my real phone or the fuckface phone in the game. Super annoying. The servers. Jesus Christ. Fuck you, EA, with your servers. This happens every single game, every single time. Why? Why? For the love of God, why? I couldn't play this game for 2 days in a row. I sat and stared at a loading menu that showed me the configurations of the controls. And in those configurations of the controls, noticeably missing is the manual mode. For fuck's sake. It's manual mode. Why have a racing game with no manual? I don't see anyone out here selling a fucking shooting game with no reload button. What are you doing to me? It's so annoying. But back to the servers. Oh my god. Oh my god. They almost made me call Microsoft and get a refund on my money. Like, it was that bad. It was that bad. Like, I was so annoyed. But the super frustrations to the side with the servers. For $35, which is what I picked it up at, I thought it was a hell of a game for that price, especially when, you know, they sort of delivered on what they promised with that customization. That to me is the most addictive part of the entire game. Even if you don't race, you don't like the handling models, the stuff you can do to the cars is amazing, guys. You can change your lights, you can change your skirts, you can change your front lip, bumpers, spoilers. You can put a system in the car. So many different rim types. You can stance the car with a camber. You can fucking drop it. You can do everything you want to do. You can even bring the wheels out to do that wide stance. There's rocket bunny kits, wide body kits. Wow, it's amazing. I look at this game with such envy as a Forza fan. Like, yo, why can't I get all of this level of detail and customization in Forza? And I get it, there's like 30 cars here and 400 in Forza, but god damn it, man. This is the part of the game that I really enjoy, and it takes me back to the Underground series where, sure, we may all be racing with Skyline G34s or R34s, but each and every R34 looks different, feels different. I think that's so dope, and I think they accomplished their mission with this game, man. Kudos to them with that. But with this server shit, you gotta do better. And I hear there's a patch that's supposed to come out to fix the servers and give us manual mode, and it's just like, man, I would say I recommend the game, man. It's definitely fun, especially if you've been looking for a casual racing game on the market. The Crew recently got a big ass patch and supposedly makes it better. It sure made it look better, but I feel like their decision to take some time off should be rewarded with a strong look from the Gamerz. Whether or not you should purchase right now, I'm not sure, because there's still a lot of fucking issues with this game, and I feel it's gonna be what I'm now coining the phrase destinied, where the first year was hell, and then as it goes on, it gets better. I feel like this game's gonna get some of that treatment. So yeah, it's your boy Ramon. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to stick around for more and see more videos like this, and don't forget to check out our other channel. I'm out of here. Peace.